Did you know that the federal government guarantees you an 8% per year return for a few years when it comes to Social Security? It's actually even higher than that if you're in your peak earning years, which many of us are when it's time to start thinking about Social Security. How's that possible? Learn more right after this. Hey, it's Derek Hagan, Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Financial Analyst. I'm a personal finance expert that started Money Health to give you the tools that you need to make smart decisions with your money, improve your relationship with money, and give you a good sense of financial health. Thanks for being with me for another Money Health conversation. So Social Security is pretty complex, and I can't cover all the ins and outs in this video, even in the post and the podcast. You can get more information in the post and the podcast than I'll give you in this video, but even if you go through both of those, this is pretty complex. My only hope here is to steer you away from claiming benefits as early as possible, which is what most people do. So let's start off by talking about what full retirement age is. This is what Social Security, what the SSA considers to be when you should retire. For people born after 1960, that's age 67. Now, they let you retire as early as 62, but by doing that, you get penalized for every year that you retire early. And if you, say, take benefits at 62 instead of 67, your monthly check from the government is going to be about 30% less than what it otherwise would have been. On the flip side, you can delay benefits until age 70, and this is that guarantee that I was talking about, is if each year you delay, they're going to bump your benefits by 8% per year. You're not going to find that in an investment. That's pretty great. And it's actually even more because the amount that you get is based on your 30 highest years of earnings. Most of us, when we're considering retirement, are in our peak earning years. So by delaying 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, what we're doing is replacing our 27th, 28th, and 29th, or whatever, our 30th, 29th, and 28th years of low earnings with these higher earnings. So not only do we get 8% higher, but we get 8% higher of a bigger number. So that alone should be good. Now, if you're in a couple, you have to recognize that not only do you get retirement benefits, but you also get spousal benefits and survivor benefits when your spouse dies. So considering that if you live till average life expectancy, it doesn't really matter when you claim. This is underwritten. The formulas are constructed in such a way that if you live to the average life expectancy, it doesn't matter when you take the benefits. But if you expect to live sufficiently longer than age 80, it makes sense to wait. If any of you in your household, if you or your spouse are going to live sufficiently past 80, it makes sense for the higher earner to delay. Because even if the higher earner dies at 75 or 76, well below average life expectancy, but the spouse is going to live to 95 or 100, even 90, those survivor benefits are based on the higher earner's benefit level. So think of it this way. If you walk into the Social Security office, you get to bring in a chip. If you're a single person, you say, hey, I have a blue chip, I made money, I contributed to Social Security, I want retirement benefits. I'm eligible for retirement benefits. And then they give you your benefits. That's relatively easy. On the other hand, if you're married, you get to say, I was working, I'm entitled to retirement benefits, but I'm also retired to spousal benefits. That's this white chip. And they're going to look at those, and they're going to give you whichever one's going to be higher. For most people, it's usually based on your earnings. There are some situations, say you were a stay-at-home spouse or something like that, you just worked a little bit or you worked for a few years. It is possible for your spousal benefits, which are usually half of your spouse's benefits, could be higher than your record. But for most of us, it's going to be. So let's put some examples on this. Say my spouse's benefit is $2,000 a month. My benefit is $1,500 a month. So I bring in this chip for $1,500. I bring this chip, which is half of my spouse's, which is half of $2,000. So $1,000. $1,500 or $1,000. They're going to give me the $1,500. Okay, that makes sense. But what happens when my spouse dies? Doesn't even matter when the spouse dies. The spouse could die again before 80, after 80, or whatever. As long as the spouse dies before me, I'm not entitled to spousal benefits anymore. I'm still entitled to benefits based on my record, but I no longer have a spouse. So instead of getting spousal benefits, I get a red chip. And the red chip is survivor benefits. And survivor benefits are pretty powerful. Also why it pays for the higher earner to delay as much as possible. Because now I'm going to bring in my record, $1,500, but I'm also going to say, hey, I'm also eligible for survivor benefits. And this is $2,000. This is what my spouse was making. So now I get this one. I get $500 more per month. So I hope that helps. Again, my hope was to kind of let you know that there's a lot more different strategies out there, more than just claim as early as possible. I know too many people that they just want to hurry up and get to 62, get to 63, retire as early as possible, start getting their money, and that's it. Now, while I can't teach you everything that there is to know about Social Security, I could at least teach you a little bit here. So by carefully considering how Social Security benefits work into your overall retirement income plan and your total financial plan, you'll be on the path to good financial health. Thanks again for being with me for this money health conversation. If you like the video, please consider hitting like or subscribing. If you know somebody who's going to be filing for Social Security benefits in the next few years, please feel free to share this with them. You can learn more at moneyhealth.blog. That's where you can join the Money Health community, and by doing so, get access to the Money Health ebook library. So check that out. If you're feeling stuck and think that advice tailored to your specific situation could be helpful, I can help you through Hagen Financial. You can learn more about Hagen Financial at hagenfinance.com. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.